Welcome to Team Tiggio Court TV, where we upload videos every single day. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share our videos.
Motion to suppress based on a warrantless search, correct?
Yes, Judge.
You'll step up, officer.
Affirm testimony you give in this case be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, then.
Yes, I did.
Are you Kevin Selesky?
Yes.
Would you spell your last name for our court recorder?
Salewsky.
And in 2023, were you an agent with the 23rd Judicial District Drug Task Force?
Yes.
And on December the 12th of 2023, did you make a traffic stop involving Jeffrey Ty Hicks?
Yes.
All right, could you tell us about where that stop was made to begin with?
It was made I-40 in Dixon County, westbound lane. Not exactly sure of the mile marker anymore, but it's at the rest area in westbound lane. It's around about I think it's the 175 maybe, somewhere in there.
Okay. And I guess I should back up.
Sure.
During that time, were you assigned to interdiction?
Yes.
Could you explain briefly what the general role of an interdiction agent is?
Basically what we do is we sit in the median on I-40. We observe traffic patterns, driving behaviors, traffic infractions, all the above, looking for criminal indicators on I-40 of any criminal behavior.
How long had you been an interdiction agent?
I think 3 years.
During that time, could you put a number on how many vehicles you watched for criminal behavior or just watched go by and determine that there was no indicators of criminal behavior?
Thousands.
All right. On this day, what drew your attention to Mr. Hicks' vehicle?
Initially, it was going to be the extremely dark window tint and then his driving behavior. Yes, driving behavior. I'm sorry.
Pull that microphone base towards you just a little bit.
All right.
And when you say his window tint, what level of window tint are you looking for as you sit out there?
So for me, when I observe vehicles across my face on the interstate, I would always look for a silhouette of the driver, passengers, what have you, inside the vehicle. As long as I could see a silhouette of the driver, I never really pulled out to pull any further enforcement on the vehicle for the window tint.
So you weren't really looking for close calls.
No.
Have you ever pulled someone over to check their window tint and found that a car you thought was in violation of the statute was actually in compliance with the statute?
No.
You pull out behind this vehicle, do you turn on your blue lights immediately?
No.
Walk me through that.
So when observing a vehicle, we observe the vehicle for, a small period of time, observe any traffic infractions, and then I ultimately have to find, being I-40, you have to find a safe spot to stop the car. You start stopping cars anywhere without a good pull off, it's dangerous for myself and the driver. So you have to, sometimes people don't agree with us following vehicles for an extended amount of time when you have to find somewhere safe to stop the vehicle, whether that be an exit ramp, a rest area, what have you.
And did you ultimately observe any other traffic infractions?
Fair to maintain lane.
What is that?
When a vehicle's, essentially their tires cross over any given yellow, white dotted line that keeps traffic in its own lane.
Talk to me about your in-car video and how it is activated and what it captures time frame wise.
So typically your vehicles, and patrol vehicles, are equipped with you hit the record button and it will draw back 20 to 30 seconds or so from the time of pressing the button. And the in-dash, the in-car camera, will observe everything across the face of the vehicle. So you will hit record at the time when you observe the traffic violation, and then it just records from there.
Did your in-car vehicle capture this traffic infraction?
Yes, I believe it did.
Was it the full total of the time you watched the vehicle?
No.
Could you explain?
So at that time, I believe when I hit the record button, it immediately picks up audio and visual. Typically, when the camera is operating correctly, it will draw back 20 to 30 seconds with no audio and just video. In this case, it did not do that. It went straight to audio and it started recording whenever I hit the button.
So we do not have the 30 seconds before you hit the button.
No.
And you know that because when it turns on, there's automatically audio.
Right.
All right. Let's talk about, because we're going to play this video here in a minute. Let's talk about your microphone. Is your mic on in the video?
So no, it's not. Not super sure what happened there, but it was not on. For whenever I'm outside of my vehicle, I guess on my vest it malfunctioned or something didn't work right. I'm hoping that I didn't leave it in the car. But
So we have in-car audio, but when you are outside of the car, we do not have audio.
correct.
And you did not intentionally disable the audio outside the car.
Absolutely not.
Okay. You stop the vehicle, you walk up to the vehicle. Tell us about your first encounter with the occupants.
I approached from the passenger side. Obviously, us being on I-40, speeding cars going by. I never approach driver's side unless I absolutely have to. I informed the driver of his driving infractions. While speaking with the driver, I immediately observed the odor of strong marijuana coming from the vehicle. Second thing I noticed was the passenger in the vehicle was abnormally nervous, extremely nervous to the point where he made me nervous. I then pulled the driver out of the vehicle and asked him to join me inside my vehicle, my front seat.
Okay, you said you noticed the odor of marijuana. Have you had numerous opportunities to smell marijuana?
Yes.
Both in interdiction and were you on patrol before you were an interdiction agent?
Yes. I was in law enforcement for approximately 10, almost 11 years.
And any question in your mind that that was marijuana in the vehicle?
No.
And, okay, so what is the behavior of these two guys in the vehicle?
Very nervous. They're fidgety, they're shaking. They're just abnormally nervous.
You are objecting to his description of the behavior of the individual?
Judge, I think it is a very appropriate lay opinion. Anyone on the street can note when someone is nervous or not nervous. He's not making any assumptions as to the cause of their nervousness. I'm glad to lay a foundation comparing this behavior to traffic stops other traffic stops that he's performed.
Well, he's already described the fact that the individuals in the car were acting nervous, shaking. That is an observation, in my opinion, that anyone can make of someone who appears to be nervous or shaking. So I don't think that is opinion testimony as much as it is observational. So beyond that, I would sustain the objection unless you add any additional foundation. Excuse me.
How many traffic stops do you think you've made in your career?
We'll just go with hundreds.
And is someone that you stop normally nervous that they've been stopped?
I'm going to object. That's anecdotal evidence. Anecdotal. What? You can turn your microphone on and you'll be able to understand.
That's clearly anecdotal evidence, just because he observes.
Anecdotal.
Yeah, it does not mean that that is,
I thought you were saying something else entirely, so.
but that doesn't make it factual, conclusive, consistent to every stop. That's like saying, look, I went outside today, Judge. I don't see the curvature of the earth. The earth is flat. That doesn't make it true. Just because you observe something in your experience. We, fortunately, in this day and time, have figured out the earth is not flat. So to go out and say, oh, I just observe it, it must be true, is anecdotal evidence, which means I could say anything as long as I observed it and say it is true. I object to that.
Judge, may I clarify what rule of evidence he's objecting under?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly either, because he's, what is the legal basis of your objection?
If it's not factual and supported, it's not relevant.
Relevance. Overruled. The illustration you've given is, I mean, to rebut that would be that every morning the sun comes up, I observe the sun come up, so I know that the sun's going to come up. Every evening I know the sun's going to go down. I haven't researched it scientifically, I haven't run any tests to determine that, but I have observed it, and based on, you don't have to stand up. I have observed it, and I have determined that from that observation that that is something that I can rely upon. Any person, through their training, through their experience, can testify about things that they themselves have observed about human behavior and so forth, and I think that's not requiring a professional expertise to be able to do that. So overrule the objection. I'm allowing it based on his having testified that he's made hundreds of traffic stops. Note your objection.
Are people normally nervous when you stop them for a traffic infraction?
Not always, no. Not always.
And when they are nervous, what do you see from someone?
Judge, I'm going to object to that. Now we're talking about abstract or other situations not applicable to this situation. It's not relevant.
Sustained. I don't think that question is relevant.
What effect did the nervousness of these two individuals have on you?
It obviously put me a little bit on guard with the way that the passenger was acting. So I wanted to, I carried on with my traffic stop as usual until I seen something that I could no longer ignore for my safety and their safety.
So you bring the defendant, Mr. Hicks, back to your vehicle. Talk to us about that conversation.
I was just speaking with him about who the vehicle belonged to. He said it was a mutual friend of theirs. We spoke about, he told me that he went to prison.
Did you ask that, or was it volunteered?
No, he just told me that.
Tell me more about the conversation.
We spoke about any narcotics, guns, things of that nature inside the vehicle. He informed me that there was a blunt in the ashtray. And he told me that there were no firearms in the vehicle that he was aware of.
Did another agent arrive on this traffic stop?
Yes,
Who's the other agent?
Agent Scott Owens.
Did you ultimately decide to search this vehicle?
Yes.
Why did you decide to search this vehicle?
Well, the driver had admitted to me that there was a blunt in the ashtray. I could smell the odor of marijuana coming from the inside of the vehicle. That was it.
Did the nervousness of the occupants play into your decision?
To search the vehicle, no.
What did you ultimately find in the vehicle?
Got the exact pounds of the meth. It's like close to 2 pounds, I think, close to it. Meth, a firearm that was hidden under the center console by the floorboard. And then also there was some, I believe it was Xanax, yellow bars, and some marijuana.
Did the defendant ultimately make any admissions regarding those items in the vehicle?
Yes.
What did he say?
Stated that they drove up to Nashville to obtain the meth and to return to Dyersburg.
Did he make those statements? Was he already in custody when he made those statements?
Yes.
Do you remember if he was Mirandized before those statements?
Yes, I believe we actually filled out a statement form as well.
I am going to pass up what we will call Exhibit 1. Nope, witness. All right, do you recognize it?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a video, Ty Hicks, Justin Long, drug task force video.
Okay, and have you reviewed that at least in part today?
Yes.
Okay, I am going to move, is that a true and accurate reflection of your, well, actually, what is it? Is it like, what is on the video?
I believe it's the traffic stop.
Judge, I would move this in as Exhibit 1
This is Exhibit 1.
and ask to play portions of it. Will we have to restart? It has to do with this system. I can try the podium. There's just a lot to haul up there. Okay. Should have said something before the hearing, I'm sorry. Judge, may I ask some questions from the table instead of going back and forth?
I think we now have it.
I have pulled up the beginning of this video. Do you recognize it?
Yes.
What do you, is that the defendant's vehicle directly in front of you?
Yes.
What do you note about that vehicle in this still frame?
Driving on the road and it appears to be driving in the middle of the road.
And this photo, would you describe that as over the line or touching the line?
I'd object. I'd like the court to make its own conclusions. It can see just as well.
Well, there's a follow-up that makes it relevant.
Overruled.
So, all right, would you describe that photo as over the line or touching the line?
Touching the line.
And as we discussed, your vehicle did not go back all the way. Were there infractions before your video starts?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Were there traffic infractions before this video starts?
Oh, yes.
What were those infractions?
Judge, I would object to that just for the record because they had apparently some malfunction.
Microphone.
This video has got lost somewhere.
Microphone.
Chose to be on.
Oh, okay.
So I would object to any answer to that because that part of the video is missing. So now we're filling in with testimony with video we should have had and could have had.
And what is the legal basis for your objection?
They have the capability to capture this video here, Judge, and they failed to do it. They're relying on, it malfunctioned or something. It caught the video when I turned it in, but it didn't back pick up what it was supposed to do. The matter is, and I'm sure the court's familiar with it, that's a programmable unit. The units can program how far they go back when you turn them on. Because they failed to capture this, I would object to any testimony that what happened prior to that.
Overruled. The witnesses testified as to the reasons why the video didn't go back and capture any previous footage. And for the purposes of this hearing, the court is allowing the testimony to supplant what the video shows.
Judge, there are multiple files on this video, on this disc that I've entered into evidence. One being, two car videos and then one from another officer. For the appellate record, I am playing from Hicks Selesky _1. And I'm going to play from the beginning of the video. I'm pausing at 1 minute and 32 seconds. On the right hand of this video, what are those lanes that we see departing?
The rest area exit.
Did you turn on your lights before that rest area exit?
Yes.
Could the defendant have safely pulled over into the rest area exit at the time you activated your blue lights?
Yes.
Got it. Signal 8. Got it.
Okay. It is 3 minutes and 59 seconds into the vehicle. Is that the defendant stepping out of the driver's side?
Yes.
What are you doing here?
Checking for weapons, knives, anything that hurt me while I was sitting in the front seat of my car.
And I'm gonna pause briefly at 4 minutes and 51 seconds. Why did you ask him to step back into your vehicle?
One, I'm not going to sit out there on the side of the interstate screaming and yelling at him back and forth. It's easier for me to discuss the traffic violation inside the vehicle in my car. It's safer for him and I.
I'm gonna resume play.
Turned off the chili, eh?
Yeah, it did. Where are you from?
We from Dyersburg.
Dyersburg, okay. So y'all ain't from around here then? Or Dixon, I guess you could say.
No, we was one of our national officials. Man, he has the worst looking truck I've ever seen in my life. I believe I could do a car or something. I don't know. I swear he's running.
Well, what, I mean, did he say anything to you about the truck or anything? Is he nervous about it at all?
No.
About the truck? Like, it ain't like,
problem with
it ain't like
stuff?
stolen or nothing, is it?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Is it
That's all
come
I'm
back
asking
stolen?
about. That's all I'm asking about, man.
Oh my God. Man, surely not, man.
Well, I hope not.
God damn, I done did 10 years in prison, straight up.
Oh, did you?
goddamn.
What'd you do extra?
Man, the stupidest shit I ever done in my life, man, manufacturing.
Okay.
And look here,
Methamphetamine, I'm
look
sure.
here, and got it tattooed all over me. It looked like seaweed over here to set fire.
Did you cook or what?
Oh man, I tried to be.
Back
Shake and bake killed
Back when
it.
it was cool.
Shake and bake killed it for everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, look here, I don't know where my ID is, but I've got a good license.
Okay, alright, that's fine. So look, before I even look it up, okay, I'm gonna get a photo ID, okay? So,
Okay.
I've paused at 6 minutes and 27 seconds. He says, I don't know where my ID is. What's going on at that time?
He's just, I'm informing him. A lot of times when people won't provide me with a physical ID, I like to give them the benefit of the doubt. If they do have it, to please give it to me. If not, I'm going to actually confirm their identity. I'm not just going to run it through the portal and through dispatch and just say, okay.
Is he actively looking for his ID?
You can't see it in the video, but no, I think he knew he didn't have it.
You just don't lie to me?
I'm not, yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
keep it straight with you.
you just,
I'll
like,
keep-
look, I trust me. I'm here looking for people that are doing things they shouldn't be doing, like on large scale, okay? I'm not
Okay,
talking
yeah, I
about
got you.
petty misdemeanor stuff. I ain't here to mess with that, okay?
Okay.
So don't think I'm here to put you on paper for something dumb, okay? Because that ain't what I'm here for, all right? I work for a state narcotics agency, and the only thing I do is come
Look,
introduce you.
I got a SWAT and strip I'm on, so I'm subscribed to them. I just, let me straight up with you.
Yeah. All I care is you just be straight about who you are, okay? That's what I want. That's all I care about at the moment, alright? Just because I got a rule, my rule is if I catch people and lie about their identity, I'll take them to jail, okay? So just don't lie to me about that. Everything else, I got a little leniency, okay? Everything else is not negotiable.
I got you, man. You got a job to do.
I do it. Okay. So.
Man, please don't hit me on hard when I'm kicking, man.
It says warning, okay? That's all that is, alright?
Man, and I wore my wrong shirt today, and I've been like.
What does it say on there?
Two-seater.
He said, please don't take me in with this daggum shirt on, man. He said, I'm gonna make Mobile Patrol famous.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so tell me your first name.
Jeffrey, Jeffrey.
What's your middle initial?
T.
What is your middle
Ty.
name? T-Y-E?
Just T.Y.
T-Y. Which one?
Hicks, H-I-C-K-S.
What's your date of birth?
7/13/78.
Hey, my driver's absolutely falling apart.
Okay.
Or my passenger. Just go over and talk to him. Just be careful.
Okay.
Okay.
Who were you talking to then?
Agent Scott Owens.
Okay, and that is 8 minutes and 37 seconds.
Truck there, man. That's where he's in there, I don't know. Is he, dude, doesn't seem like the type of dude that would, like, give us no badass, police-ass truck, man.
When you drive in the middle of the road, are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't used to that truck.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, that makes sense. You don't ever drive it, Yeah, your buddy's making me nervous. You seem fine, but he's making me nervous. Yeah, he's freaking. I don't know if he thinks I'm misdemeanor police or what. Trying to put him on a bunch of papers for that. I ain't right. We just all need to leave here safe. That's all I can do.
What you said.
Right.
We need the number.
You got your
Judge, is there a way to turn up the in-house audio? I'm struggling to hear.
Oh eight,
That's
oh
better, thank you.
seven, oh four, 305.
Is that Tennessee?
That's Tennessee. And man, look here, since you guys pulled over, is it not 10 and 2?
Ain't no such thing, bro. That's a safety. That's a driver handbook.
Okay, well, I
It's
got
not
missed
wrong.
a question.
That's a driver operator question. That's a driver handbook, right? That's a safety concern. Is all that is.
Man, that's messed up. I'm telling you, they knocked me a point. They checked me, like, I missed a point on the test. I got out of prison, and I was like, you gotta get your license again. I was like, all right. I was
Isn't
like,
that crazy?
man, 9 and 3, that don't even make no sense. She said, if I could go back and do anything, I would. She said, because it used to be 10 and 2. I was like, I know. What is up with my driver's license on me? Look here.
You still? Oh, look at that! He said, "Dang it, man."
One of them days, bro.
It's okay. Perfectly fine.
And see, that's actually like one of that's the old one. It's not expired or nothing like that. But this is old. I got a new one made.
Okay.
My grandpa.
This is 11 minutes, 22 seconds in. Has he located his driver's license now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
She's so pragmatic about her doors being locked and stuff. She'll lock doors 4 or 5 o'clock there, but
Oh man.
Meth and guns.
Yeah. Is that what he said? Okay.
That, I mean, that's what he was arrested for, not that they're in the truck.
I was gonna say,
He said,
oh,
I should have said that better, huh? Make sure we understand what I'm saying.
He said, "Better not." That's what I went to prison
man,
for.
just the ambulance out here. God.
You out of Missouri?
No, that's his buddy's, or our buddy's truck.
Oh, okay. So you ain't got that Missouri accent.
No.
I
I go
love
over to the boat every once in a while, but
Yep.
I
Hey,
take all
John.
my money. I can't afford that. They
I'm
pay
gonna
y'all
have
salary.
him just get out in a minute. We'll go from there.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
is it-
definitely scared to death.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's not making me nervous. He's making me nervous.
Yeah. He says he's maxed his parole out. He says he's clean on paper. But he was in jail for guns and meth.
Boy, that scared the shit out of me. Y'all gonna have to get
There's
somebody-
meth and guns in the car.
Am I like a flop?
Oh man. Now is your parole flattened or what? What you got?
I did.
You already
Figured
done?
out, man.
Okay, cool. I didn't even look. So
I had some probation, not violations or nothing like that, but I'm still on paper
There's
on
that.
payment status.
Okay.
Not put on that, not on that charge. It was something that I caught like before I went to prison. So
Did you ever catch any charges while in prison?
no,
Okay, good. Good for you.
it's a long time, man. It's a long time.
10 years, a long time.
10 years, 13 days, Bubba.
Yeah.
And the bad thing about it, he comes in there the day before, told me, said, I couldn't get the counselor to give me a day out, nothing like that. They said, well, I don't know when you're going home. I said, man, I done told my family to drive two and a half hours.
Better get
I
my time, right?
I need to know when I'm coming home. He acted like he's gonna go out the door, because he called the other dude's name, the other dude was leaving. He come back in the door and got me. I was like, man, that's messed up right there. I was like, dude, that's messed up.
That's funny. Well, here, what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you hang out with this dude You go by Ty? What do you go by?
Tired,
Yeah, whatever, okay. Well, I'm just gonna
I've
have
been
you
called a lot worse.
under arrest, right? No, I'm kidding.
I've been messing good.
Hey, look, I'm gonna have you step out, okay? Look, I am gonna check the car, okay?
Okay.
Now listen to me. Hold on, I'll get back to you in a minute. Now, do you have anything on your side of the vehicle that belongs to you?
That pot in the book, the ashtray,
Uh-huh.
that's a blunt ashtray, it's mine, man.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about that, okay? Anything else? No guns?
Oh, shit like that.
Okay. No meth, no heroin, no fentanyl, no shit like that, right?
That
No
ain't our
hypodermic.
MO.
Yeah, now, I know you said you're prescribed for Suboxone and any needles in the car?
No.
Okay, alright, cool. Alright, step out here, okay?
All right, so I've paused briefly at 15 minutes and 12 seconds. So you made the decision to search before you found out there was a blunt in the ashtray.
Yes.
But he does voluntarily tell you, and you took blunt to mean what?
Marijuana roach, a cigar with tobacco rolled out of it, marijuana put in it. That's what I refer to it as.
Is this the co-defendant here?
Yes.
And what are you doing?
Checking for weapons.
So I am pausing here at 17 minutes and 48 seconds. You are walking away from the vehicle. What is in your hand?
My taser.
What has happened at this point that's caused you to pull your taser?
Popped the glove box and looked behind the glove compartment and found a large bag of meth.
So at this point, you are going to arrest these two individuals.
Yes.
Judge, I am going to stop play at 17 minutes and 50 seconds. Mr. Baker, would you like me to leave this up in case you want to play anything else? Okay. I'm going to pass up two photos of, together. We'll call them Exhibit 2. What are they?
The vehicle.
Okay. What is significant about those photos?
The window tint being extremely dark.
Judge, I would move those in as Exhibit 2 collective. There will be an A and a B.
All right, Exhibit 2.
Pass up this next photo. Take a look at it and tell me what it is.
It's a tent meter placed on the front passenger window of the vehicle, showing at 3%.
Let's talk about that tent meter for a second. Is that something that you regularly use in enforcement?
Yes, it was.
Okay. When you stop a vehicle suspecting that the window tint is darker than allowed by statute, what do you do?
I just inform the driver that it's too dark, and let them, I typically let the driver see the actual number on the meter. That way, there's no room for questioning if it actually read what I told them it did.
Is there any sort of training or certification on using a tent meter?
Yeah, they show us. When I arrived at the task force, I was given this Enforcer 2. That way we no longer had to use the paper meter anymore. So.
Oh, wait, hold on. When you first started the task force, how did you gauge window tint?
It was just it was a piece of paper. And you basically fold it over on the other side of the window to see, that's how you gauge if it's too dark or not.
Okay, all right. So at this point, you're using this tent meter.
It gives you an exact percentage on the window tint.
And the readout on that tent meter shows 3%?
Yes, shows 0.3.
Judge, I would move that in as Exhibit 3.
3.
And then I'm going to pass you up one more document. Is this the defendant's Miranda waiver?
Yes.
And that was actually observed by Agent McCullough.
Yes.
And Agent McCullough is employed currently in Blount County.
I believe so.
We would move that in as Exhibit 4.
Is Exhibit 4.
Nothing further, Judge. I'll pass the witness.
Still gotta call you agent.
Okay.
All right, agent, you stop the vehicle for ostensibly weaving within that lane of travel. Would that be a fair statement?
When I first observed the vehicle, it was traveling more from center to right, yes.
That's the part that's not on the tape. That's prior to when we actually have video.
Well, the part that there's that, but then also the vehicle does cross over the line after it passes the tractor trailer truck, the semi.
Right. And you would agree with me that, a car can't maintain a perfect vector of travel 100% of the time.
Correct.
Which is the explanation the court gave us in, I think it was the Burnett case. Do you remember that one about DUIs? Okay, I don't know if y'all went over that training. All right, so then you pull this car over, and then, correct me if I'm wrong, because I went back through that audio, you state that the passenger was nervous, but then later, and I think it's at about the 9-minute mark, he tells you it's because Mr. Hicks is driving his truck was making him nervous. You said, oh, well, that's understandable, or something to that effect.
Okay.
So there was a logical explanation that you accepted at that point. Would that be a fair statement?
Yeah, I'll take whatever he tells me.
Okay. And then you had already made the decision to search prior to him telling you, hey, I got a blunt. And basically, that's why we're here today, correct?
I believe so.
Well, at what point did you measure the tent, before or after the search of the vehicle?
I'm sorry.
When you did the tent meter on the tent, when did you do that, before or after the search of the vehicle?
I believe I put it up on the window before I even conduct the actual traffic stop. I have the tent meter in my pocket.
Okay. And then why did that stop not terminate at that point? Why did you not write a ticket and send them on their way?
Well, because the odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle.
Right. You would agree odor of marijuana in and of itself is no longer probable cause in this state, correct?
Objection, Judge. It's outside of this witness's opinion, improper opinion.
Sustain the objection.
Okay. You do not know what the components of probable cause is as it relates to marijuana? Is that a fair statement?
As far as I was trained, the odor of marijuana was probable cause enough for me to search the vehicle.
Okay. And based on that is why you searched the vehicle? Would that be a fair assumption?
That and amongst other things, yes.
Okay. And as part of that, when you're doing these stops, you're trained to extend the stop, correct?
To extend the stop.
Extend the stop, get the people talking to you, ask unrelated questions and so forth to get information.
Well, as I'm issuing the warrant citation, I do tend to speak with the driver, yes.
Okay. So you would agree that this conversation is prolonging the stop, correct?
No,
Wasn't? All right, so this was not prolonged in any way by writing a ticket?
no. If you refer back to the video, you'll see me pull out my handheld. I told my partner, Scott Owens, I told him to signal 8. That means I need backup right now. That was due to the fact that the passenger's extreme nervousness and the odor of marijuana. From that point, I pretty much knew I was going to end up probably having to search that vehicle.
And I noticed early in the stop, about the vehicle, you did a pat down back here in front of the vehicle.
Yes, sir.
All right. What suspicion did you have of a weapon on him at that time?
Well, I checked for guns and knives. I didn't have any suspicions that he had a gun or a knife on him. I just assumed anytime I bring someone outside the vehicle, I have to make sure.
And you would agree that prolonged the stop?
No. For
Searching-
officer safety, no.
Asked for officer safety.
In my opinion, if I ask him to get out of the vehicle and I pat him down for weapons, whether the scope of the law says it is or it isn't, that's how I was trained to do it. That's what I did.
I understand. When specifically was Mr. Hicks Mirandized? Do you know at what part? Was that at drug task force or here on the side after the search? Do you recall exactly when that occurred?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure because whenever I get in to arresting people, I typically go ahead and Mirandize them.
Well-
Right whenever when I find the narcotics, I place them in handcuffs, Mirandize them. I may not even speak to them, but I understand what you're asking. Did I do it on the side of the road or did I do it at the drug task force?
Well, what I'm getting at is you're not the one that signed the waiver form. I believe that was the other agent.
Yeah.
Do you know when he Mirandized?
I believe whenever Agent Reggie McCullough Mirandized him, it was at the drug task force.
Okay. So, but prior to that, we don't have a Miranda waiver for anything that occurred until the drug test.
No,
Is that
sir.
a fair statement? Did you receive any tips or calls from any law enforcement agencies to stop this particular car?
No, sir.
Judge, may I have a moment?
No.
Agent, driver back to the vehicle. Is there anything specifically from that interaction you had, I guess the brief interaction with the pastor, that you can articulate that would demonstrate any nervousness outside of what might be what he explained?
Are you asking from the driver or the passenger?
From well, from, obviously you can't see him when you're back in the car with the driver. From that brief period when you was up there, when you made that initial observation of the compartment of the vehicle, did you see anything else that pastor did from the nervousness standpoint that you could articulate that would be beyond what a person would be nervous when they get pulled over?
Right. Well, for instance, I'm always nervous when I get up here, right? So I'll go to pulling on my finger or whatever else, like nervous little ticks, right? It's like a nervous, reasonable person to me, right? But as far as he goes, he was shifting his body weight. He kept, which it doesn't help because I don't have any audio. So, and I don't have a body camera, so that didn't help me any. But as far as him going, sitting there, as I can say, Mr. Hicks did not make me overly nervous. The passenger made me extremely nervous due to him shifting in his seat, moving around, putting his hands under his seat, okay, making me very nervous. Typically in my opinion, when people get stopped by law enforcement, the first thing they do isn't jump around, looking around, opening stuff, closing stuff,
Right.
Won't make eye contact with you under any circumstances, and fidgeting, sweating. I mean, all of those things were playing a role with him that day.
All right, fair enough. No further questions.
Okay.
Redirect.
Was this vehicle registered to the passenger or a third party?
I believe it was a third party. I'm not sure of the name.
Okay, so when the defendant said the passenger owned the vehicle, that was incorrect.
Yes.
Or when, not the defendant, when the defense attorney, okay. I think that's all I needed to clarify. Nothing further, Judge.
Anything further?
No, Judge.
Nothing further from us, Judge.
Thank you. Then you may step down. They may call your next witness.
That's the state's proof, Judge.
They have rested their proof. Mr. Baker, do you wish to make any offer of proof?
No offer of proof, Judge, and waive argument if the state does. I'd rely on our brief.
General, Mr. Baker is saying he wants to waive, but he's filed a memorandum this morning. You have not even had a chance to see it. Do you want an opportunity to have a response filed?
Judge, I would gladly file a response if you would give me a week to do so.
15 days sufficient?
Yes, Judge.
Right. File your response within 15 days, and then I'll rule on the motion. Yes, so, since I'm waiting on them to file their response. So.